Hi people! You know, I often rewatch Fast and Furious, and my favorite part of course is the third one called Tokyo Drift. And just because of this, a couple of days ago I was inspired to make this video. Here I collected top drift cars that can really impress by their capabilities. Believe me, it will be interesting. Therefore, like, subscribe to the channel, and let's have a look at these dreamboats. The dudes from this video decided to make an awesome Nissan, and to be more precise, they decided to customize the vehicle they had. I'm not entirely sure what style of car they have got, but it seems like a police car. Although, you know, it is not so important what exactly they mean, whether it is a police transport or just a street-style one. Much more important is how this Nissan drifts. And it does it just amazing. The show looks especially cool with Fiume tires. They definitely add more to the look and the visual appeal of the project. I give it 5 points. How do you like this little naughty drifter? This yellow car probably won't even pass face control at a drift party. But if they allow it in there, believe me, it will unleash hell. This baby hides a real monster inside, which is ready to conquer literally everything in its path. And yes, even if the car can't win over a long distance, the situation on the drift road is completely the opposite. The car is very sharp, nimble, maneuverable, and bright. Well, what else do you need to be happy? The guys from the next video decided to make a top Nissan. They took the GTR framework as a basis, completely renewed its filling, and painted it in bright, defined colors. In the end, they got a crazy Nissan that perfectly negotiates the corner so that it looks more like either a real professional racing or a montage. I can't explain these wheels angles and clear, smooth turns in another way. And you? And this car is even more gray area to me than the previous one. The fact is that this is a copy of some cool retro car. This is the first time I see something so beautifully created, detailed, cute, and at the same time amazing. I have literally fallen in love with this green-colored car since I saw the first glare of its large and charming headlights. This white grille, this frame, no roof, bright red wheel discs, everything is combined so cool that I can't take my eyes off it. I think the same is happening to you now. The Chevrolet Camaro is an American muscle car, which has been produced by the Chevrolet division of General Motors Corporation since 1966. Production was stopped in 2002 and resumed on a new technical base in 2009. The Camaro has a sporty silhouette with a long bonnet, a short boot and a set-back interior. As many automobile fans have already understood, this is a representative of the first generation. And as for me, this makes it even more charming. Those cool lines on the hood, bright round headlights, an extremely frisky and nimble engine, as well as a pleasant sound. What else do you need to be happy, ladies and gentlemen? Next in line is a very beautiful Toyota Mark II. This is a 4-door mid-size sedan, which was being produced by Toyota from 1968 to 2004. The Mark II name had been used by Toyota for several decades and was originally used as a part of the Toyota Corona Mark II name. The symbol 2 was introduced to make the car stand out from the main Toyota Corona platform. Once the platform was split in the 1970s, the car became known simply as the Mark II. If I'm not mistaken, now we're looking at the 6th generation of the iconic car. The 6th generation Toyota Mark II in 80s series body was being produced from August 1988 to December 1995. All the previous cars were made by the people who had taken the ready-made bodies of the existing cars as a basis. But here, the authors of the project went a step further. They did not tire themselves out of some kind of body. They simply assembled it from improvised materials. So they got some kind of a buggy that no one knows how it goes. But, surprisingly, it does it super well and very fast. The car is light, nimble, maneuverable, perfectly controlled, and looks cool and creative. In general, this project can definitely get 5+ points. If they put the finishing touches on some more details and embellish the car a little, it will turn out just amazing. And now, I suggest you enjoy this beautiful blue Toyota, while I will be telling you about the history of its original co-brother. This is Toyota Celica, a sports car produced by the Japanese automaker Toyota Motor Corporation. Throughout its history, the Celica has been equipped with a variety of four-cylinder engines. The most significant change came in August 1985, when rear-wheel drive gave way to front-wheel drive. This is a fourth-generation model, just the one that appeared in the 1985, having been changed completely. It has become a completely updated front-wheel drive car with a rounded, streamlined body and new 2-liter engine. Next in line is the legendary car Toyota Supra. However, I need to tell to all lovers of the old models of this car that this is not the same one in front of us. This is a restyled version of recent years. But damn it, I didn't know it looks so good too. Don't you like it? It has classic white color, the front part is very pretty and the back part is also cool. This small toy model exactly repeats the original one. Superb. By the way, I want to tell you about the new Supra. Did you know that the first announcement of the 5th generation came in 2013? It was the concept of the new Toyota FT1 car, which strongly resembled the design of the Toyota Supra A80, and the first real prototypes were shown in 2017. The car was developed jointly with BMW, which Toyota Supra fans didn't like at all. The fact is that the new interior of the BMW Z4 is the same as the new Supra has, and technically they differ only in the body. Now I suggest you play one game. Here you can see the famous Dodge car, but now it's your turn to tell me the name of the model of this car. Write your answer in the comments. I wonder how many of our subscribers will be right. As for the car itself, it has a very beautiful, spectacular and powerful look due to the thin of the hood. Red wheel discs are beautifully combined with the black body and a front steel radiator grille. In general, the authors of the project did it tastefully. I really didn't recognize the next car. From the front, I thought it was a Subaru, but when I saw the back, I immediately changed my mind. Please write what car this is if you know. The car is blue, has high-quality detailing, beautiful tinted headlights, a spoiler, a perfect suspension, and everything else that helps it to drive confidently and reliably. I don't know about you, but I really liked it, and it doesn't matter, I still don't even know its brand. Volkswagen Tiguan is a car of the Volkswagen concern, which was being produced from 1950 to 1967. This is one of the first civilian minivans. The car has also become the symbol of an entire era, and along with its successor, the T2 was very popular with hippies. Like if you know, the T1 is also called Hippie-mobile or Splitty. And while you are enjoying this controversial spectacle, this bus drifting on the road, I will tell you about the idea of creating a Volkswagen minibus. It occurred to the Dutchman Ben Pon, who drew the first sketches of the T1 in his notebook in 1947. The general manager Heinrich Nordhoff liked them, and the Transporter was presented officially at the end of 1949. Like if in childhood you were also thinking that police cars should only look like that. They should be GT-RS with awesome tuning, allowing them to drift around the city and catch up even the most nosy villains. This is exactly what I was thinking when I was a child, and it was these sports police cars that I had in my mind. As you have already understood, this is a Nissan GT-R. To tell the truth, it's quite old, but this doesn't make it worse. The authors created it perfectly both inside and outside. They strengthened the body, endowed it with a powerful engine, top and suspension, bright headlights, and a loud siren. All in all, this is everything you need to chase down delinquents. Sleep well, city, you're in safe hands. We shouldn't spend all the time admiring only the GT-RS, right? Because Nissan has other cars that are no worse than drifting, at least among the toy cars. I completely forgot the model name of this car, but it looks amazing. Do you agree? I wonder if it's the weather that makes the whole atmosphere. I mean this rainy, dangerous mood, or the unusual appearance of the car does it. I mean its body. And most likely that it's a matter of both of them. By the way, while I'm watching how the Nissan is coolly entering the curve, I'm thinking what if to shoot this in an unusual way to make this car look like a real one? Will it be possible to fool the audience and make people think that this is a real drift car? It seems to me that with such details that toys have, this is quite a feasible plan. I'll have to try it somehow. Now I suggest checking out another drift car. I liked it for its simplicity and at the same time for its effectiveness. It started quickly on the track, then perfectly entered the first and second curve. After all, the authors of the project created such a miracle of drift from an ordinary old children's toy. Of course, they renewed the fill in there and slightly polished the top, but still. By the way, while I was looking at this car, an interesting idea came to my mind. How important are spoilers in these little toys? Do they play such a big part? It seems to me that their importance is barely noticeable and they are added just for a decoration. If you have a different opinion, then feel free to write about it in the comments. If I'm not mistaken, this is the second generation of Dodge Challenger. Our Chinese friends decided to build a car from scratch. They took improvised materials, made a frame from them, installed a motor and a gearbox in it, made a top-end suspension, brakes as well as bright, beautiful headlights, painted it in a nice grey color. In general, they totally tired themselves out. Oh yes, I completely forgot to say that most of the time they were working on the undercarriage of the car. Therefore, it literally glides along the road so smoothly. Well, that's all friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like and goodbye for now.